Lunch break. Yeah, I just saw somebody try to call my phone just now, so I was like, okay. Weird. But yes, so just in case, I don't know if it's shown or not. James said never miss it, because he's always the first one on my stream, man, and I love him, man. I love everybody. I love Laura. Laura mentioned she paused Bohemian Rhapsody just to see what I'm gonna be cooking today. So she said it better be good. And I am telling you, it is gonna be good. Because I've never done this ever, actually. And of course, Crystal, my niece, is on Instagram, by the way. Hope you guys can't see her say hi, but she says hi. But yes, definitely. Oh, who else is a cat? Daddy's watching. Hey, cat daddy. I'm glitchy. That's not good. But yes, it might be I hope the connection doesn't go on this. I hope that. But yes, so on today's episode, people, which is episode 82 once again, we are making what I've never done in my entire life. I don't think, not ever. We are doing jumbo paella. Oh yes, paella. We're making paella. So that's what we're doing today. And the thing with paella, like literally, when I hear paella, it sounds like, because I'm Spanish. Paella means for her, which making food for her, I guess. I don't know. This is what they came up with. But to really find out the origins of paellas, it actually originated in the fields of the region called Valencia. And Valencia is actually located in the eastern coast of Spain. So there you go. Now you know where paella actually literally originated from. And today it's made in every region of Spain. Besides, it's made all over the place by different countries and different origins. So they use just about the same ingredients that just goes well with rice. So basically, you could do a paella with ground beef. You can do a paella with chicken. You can do a paella with shrimp. You can do a paella with whatever. So there's many varieties of the dish that there are cooks. How about that? So I was mind blown by that. Like literally, I was thinking it was gonna come from like a different place, but it said it came from Spain. Like I was like, okay, all right, but still, I still want to understand why they named it paella. Because like I said, if you separate pa and ella, it means for her in Spanish. So I'm kind of I'm kind of like confused about that. So why would they name a dish that is for her? But I looked at it even more, and then you know what? I'll put the knowledge base drop on the video later on. So, but yeah, so that's what we're gonna be making today. And of course, before we start anything, the first thing we should do is actually pick up the towel that fell on the floor. Is wash our hands, because that's what we should do every single time before we cook, is wash our hands. All right, so let's wash our hands. And you never know, you might get something more exciting than the food that I make on the show today. You never know. Nope. So with that, the first thing that I need to do, or that this dish calls for, is for me to use chicken broth. Now mind you, if you don't have chicken broth in the house, you can actually substitute it if you have chicken noodle soup. Just drain out the stuff that's in the chicken noodle soup and just use the broth that's already in it. Da-da! See? And you say you can't have stuff. And yes, you can totally get the same thing and take it to your job and do the same thing. The next thing that we're going to need for this is we're going to need scallion onions. So, did you guys just see a dark shadow? So I got the scallion onion here, and of course we're going to wash it and cut it up so this we can use it. And then the other thing that it calls for also is some onions. So we got some red onions that we're gonna cut up also. We're gonna mix it up, put it on the side, and then make our second ingredient. The third ingredient that you're gonna need for this is minced garlic. So I have some garlics here that I'm gonna show you, because I know I wasn't able to show you in the last episode what I did with this to cut them open, because they're already cut open. But I'm gonna show you a nice easy trick to this that I just learned. And then the paella that we are making today, the towel keeps falling on the floor. The paella we are making today is gonna have a mixture of shrimp and chicken, and they're gonna go like this together with everything else we're putting in it. Because the other thing that we're gonna be putting in our paella is also rice, of course, because you already said that anything that they make with paella is
perfect flavor.
There you go. Bonnie is looking at me like I what? Like dad? What? I don't understand what you just wrote, Crystal. But there you go, people. Ta-da! The wife has crushed the show once again. But this time since the beginning now.
Yeah,
so,
there's a reason why. I'll tell you why later.
So yeah, so the other thing is we're gonna mix it is with roasted chicken. And of course, you know, the rest that we use here on the show is the one that are instant in the microwave. So that's what we're gonna be doing. So
sign that summertime is here.
Oh yeah. Someone's allergic to the sun, by the way.
Yeah.
Just in case you guys want to know. So yeah, so there you go.
Hello.
So, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the cutting board.
Excuse the way I look, guys. I look a little frazzled. That's just because I just legitimately just came in from work. Outrunning some protesters.
Okay. So we're gonna take the scallion onion first, and wash it first. Disgusting.
Once again, I'm in an episode and he doesn't need me.
You haven't put on your.
I don't need an apron. I'm sweltering hot. I've been in a hazmat. Well, somewhat hazmat suit.
Listen, I don't want you to get your clothes dirty.
Oh please.
That's how we work here. We work clean.
You know where I work.
So
exactly.
I'm gonna cut the onion. I'm gonna cut the butt of it first.
Ew.
And then, like always, you trim off the tops. I just can't even because those ones you don't use.
Which, by the way, guys, did you know that if you cut the bottom of a scallion off, you can actually replant it?
Yes, you can. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna cut this in half. And I can put them together. And then what you want to do is cut them 1/8 of an inch.
How do you know it's 1/8 of an inch?
Because it is.
You're guesstimating. You don't have a measuring tool.
No, I know how much.
You want to break out a ruler?
You can break out a ruler.
Oh, you don't want your wife to break out a ruler.
So you cut one. You need only one stem of this. No, I'm just trying to cut onions. That's all I'm doing, cutting onions. It's funny. So did you see where the origins of
No, I walked in at the end of that conversation.
Alright. So I'm gonna take this.
Which, by the way, I need an adjustment on my apron here because for a little bit
yeah, you gotta fix it up.
a little too big there.
You still on? I'm trying to see.
Looks like it's me. Oh.
What?
Excuse me.
Alright. So now we got our scallion onions.
I don't have it. I do not have it.
Alright, so we have our scallion onion cut up. So
Negative on this side.
The next thing you're gonna do is cut up the garlic. So as I was telling you before, the trick to this, if you cut the butt.
It starts with the butt.
Of the garlic, you can actually
Harvest
easily
don't have butts.
peel these. See? You pull on them and bam,
Bam.
they come right off.
Who says bam? Bam! Who says it? Who says it?
That's from Futurama, no?
No! Fool!
Oh.
Bam! Quick trivia question for those of you who are here right now. What cook says bam? As a matter of fact, that's where they got their inspiration from.
I don't want to chop his name because I know it starts with an E.
Yes.
That's about it.
Emerald Lagasse.
There you go. Sorry, I'm not good with names.
Sorry. I had to take a drink because I'm parched.
You gotta take a shot? Take a shot.
Taking a shot right there.
Alright, so that was done. And then I was gonna take Both of
Get
this?
your daily dose of vitamin C. Ooh.
Yes, yes.
You need your vitamin C, guys, especially right about now. You know, we got allergy season going on. Please make sure you got your vitamin C. And by the way, guys, most vegetables have vitamin C in it. Just saying.
Okay. And for this recipe, you need about 3 pieces of garlic.
Cloves.
Cloves. Garlic cloves.
Cloves.
Or cloves. Cloves?
Cloves. C-L-O-V-E-S.
That cloves? You only cloves?
Say 1,000.
1,000.
Yeah, he says 1,000. I pronounce it with a TH. He pronounces it with what?
Is that what you want? Oh, yeah.
Not really, but thanks.
Hey. And then just mince it up nice and small.
That's not what she said. Which, I'm going to give you a tip about cutting garlic really quick.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever want to peel garlic and you want to get all that skin and stuff off,
mm-hmm.
what you're going to do is you're going to take your knife, like he has right here, see? Turn it sideways. I was going to say, if you're into wrestling, you already know what I was about to say. Turn that, never mind. That's another thing. Okay, so you take your knife, like how he's holding it now, sideways. No, turn it sideways. And what you do is, on a clove of garlic, you don't want to do it on a glass surface, by the way, you push down, and then what happens is the skin of everything comes off, so it's easier to peel. Another trick that I learned is you actually put them in one of these.
Oh, Ziploc bag, right? Oh.
No, Ziploc bag, no. You put it in a mason jar, and you shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, with the lid on, and they say that the skin will actually come off. I don't know if that's true. I haven't tried that one yet. But that whole garlic press thing, I have tried it, and it does work. And most chefs in most kitchens do that. They actually take the garlic, pow!
This is saying that the connection is bad.
Aww.
Alright, so now the last one we need to do is just the onion.
So why are you using scallions and onions? Because scallions are technically onions. Isn't that a little bit too much onion?
It's what the recipe calls for.
Okay. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
It's a different type of onion. Okay,
Right.
so each onion has their own flavor.
Right.
If you guys know. This is actually a
red onion.
The scallions are sweeter, no? I think they're sweeter.
Well, they're Chinese onions, so
I think they're a little sweeter. They don't have that zing that like regular yellow onions or Spanish onions have.
Yeah, because those don't make you tear up. These do.
They do a little bit, not much. This does, and it's not the fact. I think it's just I don't know. It's just each onion has their own flavor.
Yeah.
That's why different onions are used for different things.
Yeah, that's true.
Paella. That means for her.
See, I wasn't the only one that said it.
It's actually pronounced paella, not paella.
That's what it sounds
It's
like.
paella.
Sounds like paella. I'm gonna give it to her.
Which we need the pulpo in it. That's what it's missing.
Well, this recipe doesn't call for that one.
No, but
I know it. Like I said, there's
most
many.
paellas that I have had has had pulpo.
Right. Well, like I said, the origins of the paella is from Spain, but there's many different variations of it that they've made.
So you're making the CK variation.
No, I'm making a variation that I found that incorporates both chicken and shrimp.
So you just omitted certain things.
No, actually, I'm still using exactly what it wants. I haven't omitted nothing yet.
I hate cutting onions, and it's not because they make me tear. It's just they just don't sit right when you're trying to cut them. They just go everywhere.
This is so satisfying. So I want you to record this.
The sound?
Yeah.
There is actually stuff on YouTube
Yes.
that has that.
Yes, I've seen it before. James has shown me.
Yeah. It's all about the sound, what the sound does to your senses. Some people, the sound of walking on sand, which if you put a good microphone to it, you can hear yourself walking on sand.
Or even the sound of water.
Yeah, the
falling.
sound of water.
What happened? What? Dad said hi from somewhere in Mexico.
Who said that?
Dad.
Oh my god.
And James said it works.
What works?
I don't know. He just said it works.
What works? Does it work?
Hey, what the? What are you looking for on there? Family show.
Get that vitamin C in, people.
You stood.
I can't, I'm like, legitimately, all jokes aside, I don't know if I'm getting a cold or if it's just because of allergy season, but I feel, you know when your body will talk to you, it'll tell you when something's a little off, and I've been telling Chris that for the past couple of days, right? I've been telling you, have felt like a kind of like out of my element type of thing a little bit.
That's true. All right, so the last thing that I'm gonna do to cut up, pass me the chicken, is the chicken part. So this way, at least everything's already cut up. Oh yeah, it's gonna have some water. Everything's gonna be cut up, so this way all we have to do is
see. Normally, when he does this in the studio, which by the way, we're in our makeshift studio in our kitchen, he usually has Doobie do this stuff. Why is it that I'm here and he has me doing nothing?
Because she's still drinking juice.
No, I could listen. For those of you who are watching right now, and even on replay, you know, as a mother and a wife, that we can multitask. We can cut up a whole meal and still take care of the kids and help with the homework.
You were working all day. I'm not gonna have my working woman do chores while I was in the most of everything. What? All right, so here we go.
Doobie works hard too. Ew. Which, by the way, we ordered that from a particular place and we thought it was bigger than what it was, and it wasn't. What am I standing here for?
The face.
No, I don't like that.
All right, so wash these and
now you wash it. Get out of here. Which, by the way, guys, when you're washing your poultry, okay, I would suggest to use some lemon or lime to kind of like wipe it down a little bit and then rinse it. That's just me. That's just my personal preference. Everybody is different. But always wash your poultry or any type of meat products that you would be getting, because you want to make sure that you're getting whatever stuff that they put on the poultry and whatever else prior to packaging it. You want to get all that stuff off, because honestly, let's just be for real. We don't know what anybody does behind our backs.
So I'm gonna take the chicken cutlet. What happened?
What?
The garlic in the jar. Oh yeah.
It works? Okay, so there you go. There you have it. James said it works. I've never tried it. I'm actually gonna try it. I've wanted to. But that whole thing of slamming the garlic clove with the back of the knife works. It does. So
I'm gonna cut these into cubes. I'm gonna cut them into first layers. So I can cut them into cubes. Okay.
Did I ever tell you he laughs like Barney Rubble? And I hate it.
I don't mind it.
Yeah, you do. Okay. I hate when he laughs sometimes. Sometimes I like it. Newlyweds, by the way. I find it easier to cut frozen poultry than it is.
Yeah.
Or semi-frozen. Not completely frozen, because you can't cut completely frozen. I'm talking about like semi-frozen.
Get one of the bowls.
Don't point that at me. You never point the knife out of Puerto Rican.
I'm not pointing you.
You don't point the knife out of Puerto Rican. You get your ass jumped. And the Sicilian in me will just cut you.
Titi. Cristian's trying to say hi to you.
Hi, Waddy. For those of you who don't know, I call my niece Waddy. Bam.
Thank you.
I did something.
Okay.
Another thing, guys, when you're using a cutting board with poultry and with fish, always have a separate cutting board for poultry. Reason being is poultry has something
What up, Jordan?
Poultry has something in it called salmonella. And each time you cut the cutting board, you're obviously cutting ridges into it, but you don't want that stuff to get in there and it kind of sits. That's why they say with a wood cutting board, you should wash it down with some salt and lemon, kind of like rub it. Sorry. You know, I'm going to say it anyway. Rub it down to the point where the salt gets into the grooves, and then you rinse it out. But you always should have a separate cutting board for your poultry and your fish. Hands down, without a doubt. Beef is nothing. That's not an issue. But you never cross poultry with anything. Poultry and fish. So you should actually have 3 cutting boards.
Take that and the cutting board.
We have a glass cutting board, which...
we have a few cutting boards.
Right. I have a glass cutting board, and I'm usually the only one who touches this glass cutting board. However, I let him use it on Fridays. Hi.
Come on.
What?
Take the cutting board. I told you that already.
No, you did not. You did not tell me anything.
All right. So now that that's all done.
Oh wow.
let's get to the next part, which is cooking. So the first thing we need to do is, of course, turn off our oven. And like I said, if you were doing this at work, you would put this in a microwave-safe bowl with only half or not even 25% less of all the stuff that I'm using, because I'm doing it a lot. Alright, and get the pot right here, which has been washed.
Double sec will come in handy.
Well, yeah. So I already washed this. So the thing that we're gonna put into this, because we need it to boil first, is actually our chicken broth. So our chicken broth is the first thing we're gonna put into this pot. There we go. Take that, miss. Yeah, thank you.
I've become the dishwasher.
Oh my god.
Wow.
They don't water.
Relax.
Okay. So yeah, so we want this to start boiling up before we start adding any of the ingredients into it, or any parts of the vegetables that we cut up.
Oh man, this is gonna be a really rough
You're gonna need
yeah.
a very soon.
It's gonna happen.
Right, so I'm gonna put the lid on this because we want this to start to
Put the
heat
lid
up.
on it.
Oh, take out the vegetables from the freezer. No, that's where I screwed my own tongue.
No, it's not. Because your tongue goes from up here. Where am I? From the freezer?
Yes, it's right there in the front.
Or, yeah, freezer, not
Yeah,
fridge.
it's right there in the front. Alright, so we're letting this start to boil. Okay. So the next thing we're gonna add into this, once it starts to boil, yes, is we're gonna add in our onion and then our minced garlic. What happened? Okay.
I have no purpose.
What? What? You always have a. Everyone has a purpose.
Do we really have a purpose, CK?
Yes, we do.
What is the purpose?
The purpose is. Hey, do you know? Wait. Hey, no. You did not ask her to bag up the onions.
Thank you.
Listen. I'm gonna rewind on the Facebook and show you that I asked.
Okay, we
But
can
it's
do
okay.
that.
But listen,
And I'm
I
gonna
don't
video
have to-
you doing it.
I don't have to prove anything anyway. So
No, you don't.
the white
yeah.
folks wins.
Hmm. Ding 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 ding.
Oh man. There you go. That's nice.
No, it's not. Cause you're what are you saying? It's
No, do you hear those sounds?
Don't let dead air just go by.
I was just watching you. There's no dead air.
So I'm gonna need an orange, which I had like almost 3 doses of vitamin C.
Yeah, she has.
I have. It's okay.
Alright, so let's start adding in our onion and our minced garlic into this. Alright, there we go.
It got a little too spicy in the kitchen. I'm just gonna stir this to make sure it doesn't kind of like thicken up, which it shouldn't.
Alright, so let's just start adding in the onion.
Interesting that you added in the onions that way, because I would have browned them a little bit, but
I'm following the recipe as it's called.
I'm not saying that you.
No, I get what you're saying. And then put in the mince.
Now's when he starts getting agitated.
I'm not getting agitated
Oh, yeah,
at
you
all.
are. I know you for
working
how
my
many
time.
years?
Working on time.
I know you for how many years? Come on, let's be for real here.
Alright, so I'm gonna put that back up where it was.
Okay.
and then just put the lid on the back up, and it'll be there for like 2 minutes. The next thing that this calls for is for some cilantro. If you get it open, there you go. There you go. Garlic powder.
Even though you put garlic?
I know. But then there's also old school traditional recipes that call for the same thing twice in different ways. I guess, I don't know, I guess it brings out certain flavors.
I guess that's why I'm not a chef.
Yeah, we're all chefs. And then onion powder. Even though it has onions. I know.
Whatever.
That's what the recipe says. And then just give that a nice little stir. Make sure we put the heat down a little bit. It's actually smelling pretty good.
And the camera's gonna come up in a minute.
No, it should be fine because you're providing some nice coldness for it right there. Alright? So, I'm gonna let that heat up for a little bit. So the next thing we're gonna add into this is actually our chicken. So our chicken is gonna go in first to allow it to cook until it's fully cooked. And then we're gonna add in our scallion onions and the shrimps at the same time.
Did you wash the chicken?
Yes. That's what I did before with the cutting board.
Okay.
Just can't wait to see how this is. Also, by the way, they say that the chicken broth is supposed to evaporate as you're cooking it in each phase of the step. So, as you can see, it actually it's gotten a little bit down. Okay. So just hand me the chicken. Thank you. So now we're gonna start adding in our chicken cutlet. Hey James! There we go. Nice. Okay. Thank you. Okay. And then you just give this a nice stir into the mix. Huh?
That's the same word.
What's the same word?
Stir and mix.
Okay. And seal that back up. And we're gonna let that start to simmer.
But you're not telling them how long it's supposed to be simmering like this. Like how long is it
You cook it until it's fully cooked. The thing is that everybody's gonna be doing this differently. And like I said, if you take the majority of this and put it into the microwave, it's already gonna be fully cooked.
Right. But I'm asking, how long on the stove should they cook that for?
I said it before. You allow the chicken to be fully cooked, so you're watching it to make sure that all the chicken goes from raw to being cooked. So basically, like pinkish.
By the way, cooked chicken is not pink.
What?
What? Nothing. Hey, what's up, dudes?
Where's Doobie? Hey, Doobie, what up? James, what up? What's Crystal saying? Sadness is cutting out. What?
Sadness, comma, it's cutting out.
Right, but is she talking about the Facebook or is she talking about the Instagram?
If you look above it, it says the Facebook stream stopped.
Right, but that's before it. It's
okay, maybe she's just now. That's probably okay. We're late to the show.
I'm just reading comments. LOL, facts, cooked chicken is not pink. LOL. Oh, that's what you said before. I understand why you couldn't just repeat it, but okay. Anyway.
Exactly.
So I'm just gonna stir this up so we can make sure that all the chicken is allowed to cook.
Okay, so if he's not gonna say it, I'm gonna say it. You have to be very careful with how you cook chicken. If you undercook it, If you undercook chicken and you eat raw chicken, you can get salmonella. Okay, you gotta be very careful when dealing with raw cuts of, I'm gonna say it, meat, fish, beef, chicken. Gotta be very careful. That's why I asked you if you wanted me to wash them.
Well, I ain't need you actually to wash this at all.
I'm going to look at this real quick. And chicken has its natural own fat in it, so you're gonna get this like separation. If you don't know what it looks like, really quick on Instagram, you guys can see it. There's kind of a separation between the broth and the chicken, because what happens is there's natural oils in it. So in broth, most broth have a little bit of oil somehow. So you're gonna see like, I'll show you really quick. If you see like right there, you see how there's like that stuff that's coming off? That's just the, okay. See how there's like a separation? That's because whatever is coming out of the meat is coming into the broth itself. That's why when most people make a stock, they let it sit there for a while, because all the nutrients that's in it, you want to get as much of it out as possible. Which, by the way, guys, if you've never tried it before, you should try a bone broth. It's really good. That's an old school thing where we would take all the bones from all the chicken and the beef, and we would throw it in a pot and boil it, and get whatever's in there out. There are certain people who eat the marrow of the chicken. I don't particularly care for it. I don't, that's not my game. But I know people will go ham on chewing a chicken bone. Not me.
Did you say something after this? Because I can't really see anything from him.
No, he said, LOL, don't know. That would be dope. I don't know what he means about that.
What are you talking about?
I have no idea. Anyway, just be really careful when cooking poultry or beef. You just don't. We don't want nobody getting sick. That's it. Don't want nobody getting sick.
Add in the scallion onions.
Oh, I get to do something else. Yay! My life is complete. I love the way scallions look. They look like little circles, like they fit into each other.
Well, here's an interesting thing. Oh no, I have an actual question. Is scallion more used in soups than anything else? Or scallion onions?
I've noticed that most people will use scallions in any stock that they make, because it gives it a different flavor. That's why I had asked, why are you using two different types of onions? But then I remembered, scallions specifically, they use them in stock because I guess it gives it that earthy type of flavor. Like if you ever smell scallions in a soup as opposed to, let's say, regular onions, it does give it a different flavor. I know most chefs that I've worked with, they say that they prefer scallions with stuff that they boil and onions for stuff that they pan fry.
Gotcha.
Makes sense? Because I guess they burn faster because they are smaller.
Alright, so the next ingredients that she's going to be adding dry-wise is parsley. Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
I thought we were doing a good thing by getting these jars.
Well, I mean,
how much parsley?
Enough to cover the entire thing, and then you can mix it.
So we're going by eyesight.
No, it literally said it on the recipe. Cover, then mix. I'm like, okay.
No, okay.
No, that's enough.
But it's not covered. You said enough until it's covered.
Yeah, but you covered that stuff.
It's not covered.
Anyway.
Which I would go with fresh herbs. That's just me.
Yeah, that's it. But we don't have any.
Alright, so we got literally like 17 minutes, and we're going to try to make this quick before... Anyway, we're going to try to make this as quick as possible before this camera cuts off again because it is overheating. Welcome back if you're watching. This is episode what? Episode 82. No. Okay. Episode 82, season 4. No. Okay.
Season 4, episode 4.
Season 4, episode 4. Okay. So we're going to try to make this as quick as possible before this heats up again. So where we're going?
Is adding some crushed red peppers. I don't think we've used this one yet.
I don't think so.
And it's only 1 tablespoon, so.
That wasn't a tablespoon. That wasn't a tablespoon. That was like a quarter of a teaspoon.
A teaspoon.
Yeah, because I was about to say tablespoon. We should be like seeing it floating everywhere.
Teaspoon. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, Eric, what up, man? I haven't seen you in ages.
Hey, Eric.
How you doing, brother, man?
I'm CK's wife.
That's the wife.
Hi.
Oh no, that's the boss.
No, I'm not pregnant.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry.
Yeah. Watch out the signals that you're sending there, sir.
What? What she said? Koreans use it way more than onions.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yes, they do.
Laura said that.
That's like people from Thailand use a lot of peanuts.
That is true too. Yeah.
They use what's indigenous to their area.
Alright, so the next thing she's gonna add to this, and this way we can complete this phase of the cooking, is of course what we needed to add to it, which is the
scrimp.
Scrimp.
Ball. If you guys don't know what that means, I'm ball. I actually like the paella with the red sauce. It's actually pretty good.
I like it with the green sauce actually. You know, because it reminds me almost like the what's that Greek sauce? The
tzatziki?
Yeah, it reminds me of that. Alright. There you go. Shrimp. Put that back on low.
Low.
Alright, get that a nice mix. So now we have everything that's needed into this mix for the paella. The last portion that it needs is just the rice. So once the shrimps have fully cooked in this, we're gonna drain a little bit of it and then cook the rice and then put the rice in.
Which, by the way, cooked shrimp turns pink. If you don't see it already, it was gray when it went in the pot.
It was like naked.
Yeah, it was naked. It turns pink and then it curls up into a coil.
You just drew. Oh, hey, Titi.
So there you go. That's what it's gonna end up looking like when shrimp cooks up. I'll show you guys really quick. Okay.
Oh, there.
I got it.
Okay.
See, cooked shrimp will start to look like that. You'll see it turn pink a little bit in the little spots there, and then it'll coil up like a little coil. This is saying, "Don't eat me."
Just looking to see what people are writing on Instagram. See, you had Laura jump off from the Facebook to go to Instagram, and you said only Crystal was on it.
Oh, my waddy.
That's going pretty good. Alright, so let's put the lid on it. Let that simmer. And then the next things we're gonna start doing is, of course, the rice. Oh, sorry. Can I try the names? Yeah, because then the last portion of this paella is actually the vegetables that we have here that are actually going to go in. After we drain this, we're going to pop that in the microwave.
Why would you waste all that goodness?
You didn't drink it?
It's good for the broth.
Okay. So we'll drain it and put the broth to the side.
Drain it.
Which, by the way, do you have a strainer?
Really?
No, not the one for like pasta and stuff.
I think I have a smaller strainer.
I was trying to look for it before I couldn't find it. So.
No, I thought I did. Your dad does.
So
smaller strainer. Oh no! It was the purple one. Small little vegetable.
Oh, check to see if maybe it's in that cabinet. No, the left one. On the wall against the wall on the left.
Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Nice. There you go, people. Look, a collapsible screen right there. Hey, CC. What
Courtesy
up?
of teacher guys.
Why are you doing all names? You're not sponsoring us.
I don't give a fudge.
Hey.
No, don't say A.
Hey.
I will not be silenced.
Hey. Don't do that. No.
Shut your mouth.
So CC said, "Dang, I haven't been on here for a while." Yeah, you haven't. It's been like 2 seasons. Well, no, that's not true. No, you were on last season.
I want to thank you, Heavenly Father, for shining your light on me. It's been a long time.
So put that one to the side and then start the other one.
By the way, guys, when you take that out of the microwave, be very careful. It is
The
boiling!
glove is over there.
Boiling hot!
It is. What are you saying? Oh, Cece says she's been super busy. No, I know. This is
I've been super busy.
Even Melissa hasn't been realizing making. Get it?
Fine.
I want someone to look that up for me. Why is it literally called paella
I don't think they did it intentional because we know the word. We know when you say paella, that means for her.
Yeah.
But it's not pronounced paella. It's pronounced paella.
It's just weird.
Well, that's because in each country where they speak a dialect of Spanish, which, by the way, people from the Dominican Republic are not Spanish. They're Dominican. They're of Latin descent. People from Puerto Rico are not Spanish. They are of Latin descent. Taínos, okay? History lesson there, people. We do not speak Spanish. We speak a form of Spanish because people in Spain speak Spanish. That's why they're called Spanish people.
Oh, Cece's giving you all thumbs up.
Okay, let's just understand that, because what gets me twisted in my drawers right now is when people at work tell me, "Don't you speak Spanish?" No, I don't. I speak Spanglish and I know some words from Puerto Rico, but I do not speak Spanish. Okay, my Spanish is horrid. I would not claim to be a Spanish speaker at all.
Mine's not that bad. Listen. Not for now. I took 4 years of Spanish. Yeah, 4 years of Spanish.
Direct, Latin home, mixed home. Okay, I came from a home from 3 different ethnicities.
Yes.
The only language we learned how to speak was not to talk when your mother spoke. Okay. That's
Where's your mom right now? Mom, pop up on here.
Let's just keep it 100. So Dominicans don't speak Spanish; they speak a form of it. So stop it.
No, got me.
I want you to just show the steam. Look at the steam that comes out of that crap. You gotta be careful.
And then this one's 5 minutes.
Good lord.
I know. Alright. Look at this juiciness. Look how this is looking. I can't wait to slip the rice into this.
Did you ever notice that when some people ask like, for example, when you're asked to translate something to someone who they ask you, do you speak Spanish, right? And let's say someone's from, let's say, DR, and then someone who's from, let's say, Peru. 2 different forms of Spanish, right?
Yes,
that's why when you see the one person from like DR looking at the person who speaks from Peru, they like this.
Titi said, "Me gusta lo que está cocinando. Un beso y un abrazo." Gracias, Titi. So she says she likes what I'm cooking. She's sending her hugs and kisses. Muchas gracias, Titi. So.
Con mucho cariño.
I thought you were gonna do the bicho thing in amor.
The what?
Mucho cariño y amor. It was a mix like that. Alright, we should be back on now. And then just refresh the page.
Hello. Sorry guys, we're gonna make this quick. I know we're trying to. This is what happens when you do things from home and you don't have a studio, which maybe I'm speaking it into existence, babe. That we're gonna get a studio. Ew.
Alright, so alright, so the last thing we need to do into this, I think Rachel's hasn't stopped yet.
It's got like 30 more seconds.
Hey James, welcome back, man. Sorry, we're having so much issues here with the heat, and I'm gonna have to think of something because it's gonna get hotter in this place.
It's hot boy summer.
It's gonna get even more hotter in this place. So we definitely have to think of something for the camera for it to be cool, so this way the heat doesn't get to it.
There we go.
Alright. So what we're gonna do now?
Careful with removing this stuff,
I'm gonna
guys.
turn this off first. Then I'm gonna drain this so we can add in those vegetables into this. I'll just go this way. Alright, thank you. Alright, so let's add. Oh, like what happened to the vegetables? Let's add the vegetables into this mix. Ah, I burned my fingers.
Some cut.
Ah. Hey Marlene, what up James? I think I said James before, right?
No, that was before you.
Alright. Get this mix in first.
You ever notice that when he cooks, he does this?
Okay.
Stop doing that!
Alright, let's put in the rice.
For any rubble.
Careful.
I did.
I don't want you to get burned.
I've been cooking a lot longer than you have,
No,
sir.
I'm just saying I don't want you to get
I'm
burned.
not gonna get burned. And if I get burned, it's just an occupational hazard. That's all it is.
Wait, who said that once before? I'm trying to remember.
Can I put in the other one?
Yes. Go ahead. There we go. Alright. So now we're just gonna give
I
it
would throw a little bit of liquid in there just because that's what we dry.
Well, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do afterwards.
No, you said to drain it and throw it all out.
Well, I was gonna do that anyway. Alright, look at that.
Alright, so tell me if I'm gonna add something.
What up, Fredo? Oh shoot, man, how you been, man? I haven't seen you in ages. I know you've been overseas, man. Thank you for your service, brother, man. Fredo, come in.
Wilfredo?
No.
Sorry.
If I show you a picture, you know.
Okay.
Alright, so just scoop in a little bit. And just drop it down in there. Go ahead. Oh, so you can do like the
sorry.
circle. There you go. Nice. Alright.
Same shit.
Alright, get a
That's
small
it?
Yeah. Yeah, because this is
Which, let me see.
She's drinking the stock, by the way. Yo, look how this looks, man.
This, let me tell you right now,
Came out good, right?
not that salty either.
No? I was surprised because with all the ingredients that it said to put into this, I was like, oh my god. And yet, the only thing, and I did omit something, you're right. The only thing I omitted was salt.
Yeah, you can add salt to taste.
Yeah. I think that's true, yeah.
Add salt to taste.
That's
I always tell people every time when you're cooking and you notice there's not enough salt in a particular, any chef will tell you, salt to taste. Because you can't take out salt from your dish, you can
That's
only
true.
add it. But
We lost the Instagram.
that's right. But when you are cooking, depending on what you're cooking, if something's too sweet, you can add a little bit of salt to it to balance it.
That's
out.
true. I mean, we do that to tomato sauce to
Well, I do
bring
that
down
because
the
I have
acidity.
heartburn.
Yeah. And it's getting hot. Yo, this looks fantastic. Let me show you guys. Hopefully I don't interrupt the camera now. Look how that looks. Now I'm trying to remember. I know early on in the beginning of the season when we did what was it that we did that with the eggs and the vegetables and the rice?
Stir fry.
That was a stir fry?
Probably, I don't know.
Well, no, it was a Chinese food thing.
Me don't know.
Damn, I can't remember, but I'll remember it later. But look how that looks. Oh my god. No, but give me something to serve you with. Oh, is that?
Yeah.
I was trying to get like a scooper or something.
Scooper.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to give you.
Me personally, I would add a little bit more.
Oh, she's going to add the liquid.
Yeah, that's just me.
So I'm gonna give her a little bit so
Just
she
a
can
little
taste
bit.
test everything. Because if I give her too much, she's gonna walk away with the pot. Like she'll do this. She'll take this, and this is our serving.
You know damn well I can't.
Here you go.
Put it down.
On this?
Yes, just a little bit. One second.
Oh, you know that would be good to put it on like on the salad plate.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, and just in case you guys are tuning in right now, once again, we're making paella
For
for her. For her.
I would make it almost like a sopao.
Yeah. Or
Okay.
sancocho.
No. Sopao.
Oh, yeah, not a sancocho?
No.
Oh, it's sancocho. Maybe I should do that next.
I can tell you this. if you're not used to having no salt in your food, it would bother you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie.
So
However, no. Because I have trained my tongue to kind of taste the difference between having too much salt and too much spices. For me, this is fine. I don't find an issue with it, but someone who's not used to eating with no salt will be like, that's kind of bland.
Well, I think that's why they put it on the table, so this way you can salt or pepper your own food if you needed to. So what do you think? She's stay quiet. She's like, I'm eating. Mind you, and I did it in the phases that it actually told me to do it.
In case you're wondering, it's actually delicious.
Okay. I was just trying to see if it was good or bad. Listen,
it's a little.
It could turn
that,
bad.
Almost like I just got that. That's my phone. I just got that whole kick of the pepper just now.
Oh yeah?
Just a tiny bit.
See, because I didn't want. I know it called for
a tiny bit.
It literally called for a tablespoon of it. Like it, yeah. See, and I was like,
there it goes.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm gonna add a tablespoon to something that's gonna make me like do that.
I would actually. And the only reason why I'm coughing is because
something. Or even omit it.
Only reason why I'm coughing is because I took a breath in while I was talking.
Yeah.
I would actually add hot sauce to it.
Oh yeah.
To give that
you know what?
Yeah, like a vinegary, spicy.
There's never a recipe you can never basically omit certain things and substitute stuff. So if you really can't have certain things of this, you can omit it.
Right, like some people, some people who have fish allergies will not be able to eat this at all.
So, and they do have like different, I forgot the website that I looked at it on. It has substitutes for every single ingredient if you can't have it.
I've used that before.
You know,
excuse me.
They said if you can't have shrimp, you can actually substitute it for tofu. Well, no, I mean, the reason why I'm saying that is because if you have a fish or shrimp allergy, you can omit it completely. You understand what I'm saying? You can still do it with the chicken, and you can do it with tofu.
I wouldn't do tofu because tofu doesn't have that fishy flavor.
There was one recipe that I did see in there that said to use feta cheese.
I can see that. Like, I'm that weirdo, no lie, that in my chicken soup, like real, I mean, I'm talking about chicken noodle soup. There's a difference.
Chicken noodle soup.
With a soda on the side. Real chicken soup, what I mean with like chunks of chicken, chunks of vegetables, and just stock. Like, I'm that weirdo that puts grated Parmesan cheese on the top of it. That's just what I do. I'm that weirdo. I like the taste of it.
But also keep in mind, we didn't use chicken broth. We used chicken noodle soup broth.
With soap on the side.
In order to substitute chicken broth because we didn't have chicken broth.
So was it a low sodium one?
Yes.
That's why. That's why I said if you want to use something different and make your own stock, then that's when you would boil the chicken with the bones in it, and then once you get everything boiled down, when the chicken's fallen off, you take the bones out and then you put it to the side and then you put all your other stuff in there. Yep. That's the variation that I would do.
Let's take out the portion that we're going to use for the plating.
I already put...
You already took some out?
No.
Oh.
Which, do you want to use the...
No. I was going to use a spoon to put it on here.
Okay, I'll get it for you.
Okay. No, that's what I wanted to do. I wasn't going to change the plate. Yo, but look at this. Like, yo, I thought this wasn't going to come out. Like I said, I've never, ever done this.
Want to use this? I think that'll look good.
Alright. I'm just trying to create a nice little mountain over here.
Okay, there we go.
Alright, so you guys are going to see me do this plating.
Push it to the side, yeah, so you compact everything.
What's your name?
I know what that is.
Oh.
I can't right now. One moment,
I'm very surprised at this though. I mean, even the color, like, has me like, I want to eat this. So, like, I legit want to eat this. Like, Damn. Oh, I see some of the scallion onions. All right. Then I'm gonna do one more scoop. All right, there you go.
I was trying to get you that little, like, type of thing going on.
No, that's perfect. All right, so now we're gonna use my wife's little method. Hey Aurelia, what up? So here's our
Pair that with some yuca bread. Oh, snap!
No, what was it? The arepa. The yuca arepa.
No, I'm talking about the bread that you, the cracker
Oh, yeah, cassava.
Cassava.
Alright, so I'm gonna take some of this nice little stock over here. I don't know if it's gonna come out the way I'm seeing it in my brain.
No.
Oh, no, actually it is. I want to give it a nice little gloss. Yeah. There you go, see? This is a nice little gloss. Perfect.
Go tell it on the mountain. That comes from my Bible school days.
I'm never gonna. Oh, and of course, you know, as we always do on a lunch break, she wants to eat it too. We're gonna put some decorated parsley flakes on top.
No.
What are you saying that for?
Over the hills.
There you go. All nice and pretty.
Oh, stop it already. You're making me hurt.
Making you hurt or hurting you?
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Season 4, episode 4.
Hey, look, your mom's on.
Paella.
Alright, so let me bring it up close and personal for them. So this is so they can see it. So there you go. As the wife just said.
Paella.
For her. And then there's the rest of the stuff right there.
That's for
look how it looks though. Look how pretty it looks.
So colorful.
I'm like surprised at that though. Like I'm just surprised at that.
Scuffing up my oven there.
That comes up. So as we do here, I'm gonna put that to the side because if I don't push it that way, someone's gonna take that away. But thank you everybody once again for joining lunch break. Sorry for all the crazy interruptions we had. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Send it out to the whole world. Go to IMDb, look up the word lunch break, one word. Rate us a 10, and then also join us on our social media and follow my wife over here. I'm gonna put it right down over here. So yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. I was your host CK. This was my wife.
Was? It sounds like divorce papers being sent. Like not. This is my husband, Christian. I am his wife, Melissa.
It's the tagline that they say on TV.
No, not.
The boss over here. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Lunch Break. And as I always say here on Lunch Break, don't settle for less.
But make it your best.
Thank you everybody for watching. I'll catch you guys later.